Hey guys, Gravender here again, and I know what you guys are thinking. Holy crap, 3 videos one day. What in the world? Like, come on, Grave. You haven't been doing videos this much that often in a few months since like middle of December at least. But there's so much information that just needs to be like got out there about Alliance Wars. This is so big and so much information that it just keeps pouring in, and I don't want you guys in the dark on anything. Now, when I had left you before, the only people I could actually add on here were my own. Now, people have actually started pouring in, and I've been setting some people up on points, and now you can actually get a little bit of a look at what's going on. Now, I didn't know how things worked completely in the last video, and that's because you have to add the champions to the slots yourself. Like I did in the last video, every single person has to take one of their champions and plop it on an open spot. Once they're on spots, then the officers or the alliance leader that is involved in that section can move them freely. Like right here, you can see I can move people now. So you have to go in and actually maneuver people around on your own at first. It doesn't matter where you stick them at. You can put them anywhere on an open spot as long as you put your people in. You have to manually do that yourself so that your alliance leader or your officers can actually go in and move you in places that you need to go. Now, that being said, I have some other little information as well. This is a map, thanks to Ronan Noop. Not exactly sure what alliance you're in, or even if you watch these videos, but he has put up a map with corresponding numbers on it because things don't exactly run the way you would think they would in here. And, you know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are in places together, but then you get 7, 8 across the board, and 9 and 10, and it's hard to find some of these sometimes, but it looks like if you kind of look at it, things run at an angle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're all kind of in place together. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 go across the board together. Then it goes 15. You start back up top. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So everything's running at an angle across. And if you're not actually able to get a bigger picture of this, kind of like what we got here, that's hard to decipher at first. So you're kind of like going back and forth and be like, where are these numbers at? Where are they at? But that's only for, the people that have to do that. This is another list. Alliance Wars node boosts. This will come in very handy as a reference point for anyone doing this. I'll slowly make my way down so you guys can get a look at it and kind of see what boosts each one gives. Now, some of these aren't local nodes. So once a linked node goes down, I'm not exactly sure how many of them or whatever will go away, but some of them will definitely go away. But I just want to let you guys get a look and see what's going on here. And you're going to want to match up champions correspondingly that will be able to help in this. Like number 18, armor break 40%. We've got a couple of Hulkbusters on our defensive team. Those armor breaks, he stacks armor breaks. Armor breaks are going to be awesome for him. 40% more armor break, 40%. So if he hits you with his L1, L2, or L3, his armor break's going to do more damage. So that's something that you definitely want to keep in consideration for things like that. I'm just trying to make slowly my way through the list so you guys can get a better look. Some of this stuff you'll notice is kind of similar to Act 4, Chapter 3. Like the dashing backwards causes 50% direct damage. That kind of happens with Juggernaut. So it's kind of crappy. 15% thorns. So you just want to try and put people in precision places. I know there was one up top that was like 40% more poison damage. Let me scroll back up here. See if I can find it. I know it's on. There it is. Number 4, 40% more poison damage. So if you put Abomination, which I know one of the groups that we actually have is going to have Abomination in it, placement number 4 would be the perfect place for someone like Abomination, because they get 40% more poison. Number 6, 40% more bleed. So that's where I stuck Ultron, which I'm still kind of debating whether or not Ultron should stay there, or if Ultron should probably go to the top spot. I mean, come on. Alliance Quest's first go around, Ultron was our main champion that we had to go up against. I'm just waiting to see who else other people bring in before I put them in places. But yeah, so it's a lot of information to absorb. Thankfully, if you're not an officer or an alliance leader, you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. You just go and plop your guys in there for them to put where they want, and then, they got to deal with the headache, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. Like, my brain's going 100 different places right now. I've got my middle son. He's sick, couldn't go to school today because he was up all night puking. So I had to pick him back up after dropping him off, and he's staying with me again. And he's still not feeling. He's not running a temperature or anything, so he's kind of, in the living room right now watching movies and drawing in his assignment books, and he's just, having a good time not having to go to school. So, I got him, and then I've got this Alliance War stuff that I'm trying to set up, and also Alliance Quest going on. So there's a lot of stuff running through my mind, a lot of stuff that I got to figure out. Trying to help out the best I can in doing this, but yeah, you just want to keep all of this stuff in mind when you're setting it up, and essentially you just want to have fun testing out a new thing. Now, I've got certain people in certain places right now. I kind of gave up so I could do Alliance Quest a little bit, because you got 24 hours to actually get all this stuff put together. So not everyone is where they're going to be, but some people are definitely starting to try and look at and see where people need to go. And once there are more people involved, because we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're still missing 3 people. Once everybody's in and has their champions placed on the board, then we'll have a better idea of who can go where and what have you. So, and looking and seeing who would probably be the best to be the main champion that you want to fight. Now, I am really kind of doing my best to try and stick it to whoever's going up against us in the first round here by kind of mashing all of these big hitters up in one little spot here, so that they hopefully maybe they get wiped out on the first go around when they come through against these guys. But I'm a dick, so I'm not gonna try and make things easy on anybody. I want to win. I want to do well. I want to do good. We're doing good in Alliance Quests right now, so I mean, we just moved into the Superhuman bracket. I want to do well in Alliance Wars too. Hopefully the rest of the officers and the Alliance leader that are in the other 2 Alliance Wars groups that we have are as big of a dick as I am, and make things more challenging for people as we go through. But alright guys, so that's more information on Alliance Wars. This is it. This is the last video today. 3 videos I think is plenty on what we're doing here, and hopefully this has informed you guys some and will help you guys moving forward with Alliance Wars. And if you got any questions or anything, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll get to you as quickly as I possibly can. But all right, guys, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Later.